Twitch-related stuff is always fun. Twitch's new Safety Advisory Council. You hear about that, Beauty?
I did. People were talking about it in the chat and stuff, and then I went and saw a clip of some chick just running her mouth, and I was like, "Dude, I can't be bothered."
That's
pretty much it.
It's just another weird. It's just another weird Twitch thing that I just you know what? It's that there's that image of Principal Skinner from The Simpsons standing under this tree. And it's like am I out of touch? No, it's the kids who are wrong or whatever the fuck. I must be that guy. I'm the old man now. I don't get Twitch's decisions 98% of the fucking time. I don't understand them anymore. The Safety Advisory Council sounds like the biggest load of buzzword bullshit I could fucking come up with for a website that they had to then clarify what the actual purpose of this advisory council was to be after so much backlash surrounding the one person that you were referencing, having heard about, Furiously Steph, got in hot water over. So the actual council, because people at first were thinking that these people were going to be partial hires into Twitch as almost like a board, right, to help determine policy and things like that surrounding some of the more minefield situations that happen on the platform. And there was a wide variety of people there, of course, that were selected for various reasons. But after all that fallout, they had to clarify. So they said here, we said in our blog post that we were looking for the council to advise on a variety of things, from advising on new policies to promoting healthy streaming habits. But we could have been clearer about the tasks the council will be involved with. Council members will not make moderation decisions, nor will they have access to any details on specific moderation cases. They are not Twitch employees, and they do not speak on Twitch's behalf. While we value their opinions and their right to share them, they are independent actors who will have opinions that are not shared by either Twitch employees, or even by other members of the council. Nevertheless, we believe that having diverse viewpoints will make the council and its recommendations stronger and ultimately better for our community. So before I move on to the next paragraph, what I have to say is call me crazy, but I feel like they've managed to contradict themselves in a single paragraph. On one hand, they're saying that council members aren't going to be making moderation decisions, or will they have access to any cases, and they're not employees. They don't speak on Twitch's behalf. And while they value their opinions, they are not Twitch's opinions. But then at the end, you go through all that, but then at the end they say that ultimately this team is specifically to advise Twitch on what to do going forward. So it's like it's basically like Twitch is taking a section of people, separating them outside of Twitch's circle, so that if they implement anything from there, it's like they have a scapegoat. It's like, yeah, but it's not Twitch's opinions, what these people say, but yet we, Twitch, chose these people to be on the platform, so it's like by proxy they have to in some way, shape, or form be representative of something that Twitch feels like will be useful in terms of mirroring values that Twitch is hoping to achieve as a platform. It's like a weird fucking way to frame what the council is supposed to be accomplishing.
Well, from what I'm getting from this is they sound like they're just used as counsel. So if Twitch has a thing that they're thinking about implementing, or these people have ideas, they can submit those ideas or give honest feedback about what Twitch is trying to do to these select individuals. They all have their different varying opinions. And then with that information, Twitch makes a decision, or they can either pick and choose what they think is good and what will work, but ultimately they don't make the decisions. It's not like they're voting on, hey, this is the policy or thing that we want to do. Let's take a vote from the members of the
No,
council.
they're
and
advising.
They're
They're an
advising.
advisory council. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing,
No, I understand. I understand that
yeah.
point. I just find it weird how they're positioning themselves in this blog post.
The reason why they're doing this, dude, when did this come out?
A couple days ago. It's from Emmett.
Yeah. So, you know why they're doing this is because the girl on the board made some really, really radical and ridiculous comments,
Mm-hmm.
and she's on this council, and people were going fucking crazy. So this is damage control. This is them saying, listen, this does not reflect, and they've made it very, 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 very clear. The opinions of these people do not reflect the opinions of Twitch and the other people within the council. Not only that, they're not even hired by us. They're not employees, which means you can't even say that we have them hired so that you can go after us because it's an employee of Twitch. These are quite literally streamers that are getting together and doing their thing. They made that very, very clear here. And this is nothing but damage control. And this is letting everybody know this is Twitch cleaning their hands away from any potential now drama and future drama that may be surrounded by any of these people or future people on the council. Because if that's the case and somebody does something ridiculous, or says something ridiculous or gets banned or whatever, people are going to go, hey, dude, why in the fuck do you have this person on a council making decisions or suggesting decisions, and they're breaking TOS? Yet you won't even ban people that are actually breaking TOS. This makes no sense. Why are you playing favoritisms? Why are you associating yourself with people that are doing dumb shit? So that's what I think was here. And this is coming straight from Emmett's mouth. And it's worded in a way that it literally does exactly what I just said. It keeps their hands clean. They can do it, and there's no repercussions, or they're saying, hey, don't come yell at me. It's the same thing when you go on Twitter.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, you go, hey, all opinions expressed here is of me and not the company or sponsors and blah, 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 blah. That's just so that these companies, and Twitch in particular, has their ass covered, because the last thing you want to do is have somebody that looks to be either racist, radical, they say something homophobic, they do something crazy on stream, or whatever, and they are directly connected with Twitch. That's a bad look.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
So
yeah,
I think that's why this is coming out now. And do I think that this would be out right now if all this shit didn't happen? No, I don't think so.
It's just straight.
I don't think you'd see this.
It's. I get all that. I just find it. Much like any other situation. I'm not saying this one specifically, because this is not uncommon in any industry where companies as a whole try to separate themselves from their employees, so that, like you said, if somebody does something crazy stupid, it is not reflected directly on the company necessarily. But in this case, because they're not employees, and Twitch is choosing them to be part of an advisory council, there is literally no way that you can look at it and not know that Twitch is involved in the construction of this council. And so to then have them, it's just fucking.
Look at it. I look at it, dude. I would imagine they're being paid. There's some sort of benefit that goes on with this. So whether they're getting travel to events or travel to headquarters, whatever, special, I think they're probably getting paid. I don't know, so I'm just guessing. And my thing is they're not actually an employee, and they said that very specifically.
Yeah, they're not an employee.
No. I think they're contract workers. I think they're contracted in to give their opinion on something, and whether it gets used or it doesn't get used, it's whatever. And if their services are no longer wanted, they just switch them out with somebody new. They grab somebody that has a very different background, that maybe give you a different view on a certain situation or whatever. I think that's pretty much it. I think it's consulting. That's
Yeah.
what this is. It's consult
So
work.
they go on to say all participants care deeply about the Twitch community and want to help make it a better place. It's a commitment of time and energy from them, and we're grateful for their contribution to help us improve Twitch policy. Harassment directed at council members, or this is what made me specifically chuckle. Harassment directed at council members or anyone at or on Twitch only underscores the importance of the council. We do not condone bullying or harassment of any kind and will continue to take action against accounts who engage in that behavior, which the greatest irony of that statement from Emmett is that this is, as you said, is damage control based on what's happened, but the damage control is for one of the council members doing exactly what that paragraph just says the council is supposed to be standing in place to try and help prevent. Furiously Steph's said some, like you said, some pretty wild things here that people have pulled up. Some pretty extreme things. There's people honed in on the whole getting rid of voice chat in competitive gaming or whatever, and that's just a stupid fucking statement. It's not radical or anything dumb. Like, it's just fucking stupid. The reasoning behind why she thinks it should be getting rid of devolved into some pretty radical shit where it started becoming about cis white stuff, and then something about
White
white supremacy and shit. Like,
Yeah,
it got fucking crazy after a while, and
Yeah.
and so that and pretty blatantly in the reverse, singling out, harassing and whatnot members of the community that were opposing those viewpoints live, actively, and that's the irony of this whole post. But it'll be interesting to see what actually comes of this council, what influence they actually end up ever having, what policies might come out of their recommendations. There are people on the council that you'd like to see there. Ko, for example, 100% is a great choice to be on that council. He's probably the most, or attempts to be the most level-headed person, I think, on the platform, as far as I know. And there are some other choices there that are more, business or legal-minded and stuff. There's quite a category, and it was obviously a good choice to want to have somebody from a marginalized section like the transgender community or the LGBT community, in whichever you choose, because it's obviously an important group to have representation for. It was just unfortunate, obviously, that their choice ended up immediately backfiring in this kind of way. The worst part for them is that if they chose to remove Steph in any way, shape, or form, Twitch is now going to likely get shit on for it looking like they're singling out somebody from that community.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, not after the stuff I heard. In fact, I would have already removed her.
Think that's indefensible even for somebody in that in that group right now, like in the current political situations.
Replace her with somebody else that's going to do a better job at representing what it is that they're trying to achieve.
If they're switching, which is what they would want to do, because she's there specifically for representing that community. So if they replace with somebody else from that community, yes.
Yeah, just replace,
But my God.
I wouldn't complain about that, especially, it's like that NASCAR driver that went and dropped the hard R live on stream.
Yes.
And he's also part of he's
part of that council on NASCAR or whatever.
For NASCAR about inequality or whatever the fuck that they were doing about, NASCAR's for everybody, but yet he's on live stream dropping N-bombs like it's nothing. That's the type of shit, that's a big no. I'm not saying that this person needs to be banned from Twitch and, shame on her or anything. I'm just saying that maybe you shouldn't be part of this thing if you're a few days in and look at what you're saying live, and you're not setting a great example. So, and that's nothing. I don't know this streamer. I don't I actually don't care about drama. Like it's ridiculous. I just wish everybody could just relax and have a good time, but that's just not the world we live in. But yeah, if they removed her, who gives a fuck? I don't think they'd. In fact, I think a lot of people would applaud it.
There'd be a lot of people that applauded for sure.
Yeah, they just need to make sure that if that's the representation that they
that
want,
it's
then
replaced.
replace it.
Yes.
You replace it with somebody in the same same group, or and things like that, and everything is great in the world.
I want to believe that, and I'm glad you're an optimist, and I believe that in the majority that would be the case. But my God, has humanity let me down?
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right.
It's just like you want to sit there and go, you know what? No, I refuse to believe that people would be crazy enough to make a big deal out of that. And yet, we've seen some shit.